What if I told you that before a baby can say a single word, before they understand your name, and even before they fully understand the world around them, they may already be quietly memorizing your face in a way that could shape how they feel, who they trust, and how they experience life? It sounds almost unbelievable, but every time a baby looks into someone's eyes, something amazing is happening deep inside their tiny brain. Imagine holding a newborn for the very first time. Their eyes seem to wander everywhere, almost as if they cannot focus. Many people think babies are simply staring into space, but the truth is far more fascinating. Hidden behind those tiny curious eyes is a mind working much harder than anyone can see. Every glance is collecting clues. Every smile is becoming a memory. Every familiar face is slowly turning into a safe place in their growing world. Have you ever noticed how a baby can suddenly calm down the moment they see their mother or father after crying for several minutes? It almost feels like magic. But it is not magic. It is psychology mixed with one of the most incredible abilities of the human brain. From the first days of life, babies are naturally drawn to faces more than almost anything else. Show them a colorful toy and they might look for a moment, but show them a human face and something different happens. Their attention stays longer. Their eyes search the eyes, the nose, the mouth, and every tiny movement. Without realizing it, they are beginning one of the most important learning journeys of their lives. Scientists have discovered that even newborn babies prefer face-like patterns over random shapes. Think about that for a second. A baby who has barely entered the world already seems prepared to search for people. It is almost as if the brain arrives with a built-in map saying, "Find a face. Faces matter." But why? Why would nature make faces so important? The answer goes far beyond simple recognition. A face is not just something to look at. A face carries comfort, protection, food, love, safety, and connection. For a baby, recognizing the right face can mean the difference between feeling calm and feeling completely alone. Every time a loving caregiver smiles, talks softly, or makes eye contact, the baby's brain quietly records that experience. It is not only remembering what the person looks like, it is remembering how that person makes them feel. This is where something beautiful begins. Imagine a baby waking up from sleep in an unfamiliar room. Everything looks strange. The lights are different, the sounds are different, but then they see one familiar face. Suddenly, their body relaxes, their breathing slows, their tiny hands unclench. That single face becomes like a lighthouse in a storm, guiding them back to safety. Most adults never remember these moments because they happened long before memory as we know it developed. Yet these experiences leave powerful marks inside the brain. Here comes the first surprising twist. Babies do not remember faces the same way adults do. Adults often remember details like hairstyles, glasses, or clothing. Babies focus much more on the overall emotional picture. They pay close attention to the eyes, expressions, voice, and gentle movements. If someone always smiles warmly and speaks kindly, that emotional pattern becomes connected to the face itself. In other words, babies are not only asking, "Who are you?" They are also asking, "How do you make me feel?" That emotional connection becomes stronger every single day. Think about how many times a parent naturally smiles at a baby. Hundreds of tiny moments happen without anyone counting them. Feeding, cuddling, playing peekaboo, singing bedtime songs, making funny sounds, or simply looking into each other's eyes. None of these moments seem extraordinary by themselves, but together they build one enormous memory filled with comfort and trust. It is like placing one small brick every day until eventually an entire home has been built. Sometimes people worry because a baby cries when meeting strangers. They wonder if something is wrong. In reality, this can actually show how well the baby's memory is developing. Around the middle of the first year, many babies begin showing stranger anxiety. This happens because they have become so good at recognizing familiar faces that unfamiliar ones suddenly stand out. Imagine walking into your own house and finding every family member replaced by someone you have never seen before. You would probably feel confused too. For a baby, recognizing familiar faces helps them understand who belongs in their safe world. Now imagine another everyday scene. A grandparent visits after several weeks away. At first, the baby stares quietly. Maybe there is no smile yet. The grandparent wonders if they have been forgotten. But after hearing the familiar voice, seeing the familiar smile, and watching the familiar expressions, something wonderful happens. A smile slowly appears. The memory was still there, waiting for enough clues to wake up. The brain had quietly saved that face all along. Here comes another unexpected twist. Babies can sometimes recognize emotions before they fully understand words. Long before they know what happy or sad means, they notice smiling eyes, worried faces, gentle expressions, and tense looks. They may not understand the reason behind an emotion, but they can feel its presence. This means your face tells a story every day, even when you say nothing at all. Think about how often adults hide stress behind polite words. We might say, "Everything is fine," while our face quietly tells another story. Babies notice more than we expect. They cannot understand the sentence, but they can often sense the feeling. This is one reason calm eye contact, gentle expressions, and loving smiles matter so much during early childhood. They help build a world that feels predictable and safe. The amazing part is that face memory is not just about today. It may influence tomorrow as well. Every positive interaction teaches the brain that people can be trusted. Every comforting smile becomes another piece of evidence that the world is not as scary as it sometimes feels. Of course, no parent or caregiver is perfect. Everyone gets tired. Everyone has stressful days. Babies do not need perfection. They simply need enough moments of love, comfort, and connection to build strong emotional foundations. One smile cannot change everything, just as one rainy day does not ruin an entire summer. It is the repeated pattern that matters most. Think about your own life. Even as an adult, seeing the face of someone you deeply trust can instantly make you feel calmer. A close friend walks into the room and your shoulders relax. A loved one smiles at you after a difficult day, and suddenly things feel easier. Those comforting feelings began much earlier than most people realize. Long before words, before school, and before childhood memories, the brain was already learning that familiar faces bring safety. There is another beautiful detail that many people overlook. Babies do not only learn from people looking at them. They also learn by watching people look at each other. When they see parents smiling together, siblings laughing, or family members showing kindness, they quietly collect information about relationships. Their growing brain begins understanding that faces communicate feelings, love, cooperation, and belonging. Every expression becomes another lesson without anyone saying a word. This may explain why babies often spend so much time simply watching people. Adults sometimes think they are doing nothing. In reality, they are studying one of the most complex puzzles in the world. Every raised eyebrow, every laugh, every gentle smile, and every comforting glance becomes part of their invisible education. The more you think about it, the more incredible it becomes. A tiny baby who cannot walk, cannot speak, and cannot explain what they are thinking is already building a rich library of human faces connected to emotions, safety, and trust. Perhaps that is why one familiar smile can mean so much to them. It is not just a face. It is a promise that someone is there. It is proof that they are not facing the world alone. Maybe the greatest lesson hidden inside this mystery is not really about babies at all. Maybe it is about all of us. No matter how old we become, we continue searching for familiar faces that remind us we belong somewhere. We all want to be seen, understood, welcomed, and loved. In a way, the tiny baby staring into a parent's eyes is showing us something we never truly outgrow. Human connection begins with a single face, a simple smile, and a feeling of safety that stays with us in ways we may never fully understand. So the next time a baby looks at you with quiet curiosity, remember that they may be doing much more than simply looking. They may be building a memory that becomes part of their emotional world for years to come. One glance, one smile, one loving expression could become a tiny piece of the foundation they carry throughout life. And perhaps that is one of the greatest secrets hidden inside the human mind. Subscribe for more mind secrets.